We're going to be rolling from here, Mike, as starting position. They're going to get this race underway in just a matter of seconds now. And, of course, look at the front row. Greg Edwards, C.E. Falk. Greg Edwards of that new Eagle 97 machine. And C.E. Falk. Something may have occurred on the track the last race a couple weeks ago, but yeah, they're level-headed, and they will talk through it, and we'll see how it winds out. But one of these guys wants to win their first race in 2012, and, of course, Wes Falk won the first one there in the car 41. So we'll see. Can we have a new winner tonight in the first of twins here on Carl's Racing Products Night here at Langley Speedway? The pace truck is on its way. Here's Mike Allen.
Here we go. The green flag is out at Langley Speedway as Greg Edwards leads the field down the first race. It is a 50-lapper. Easy Auto and Newport News giving you the racing action here at Langley Speedway as Greg Edwards is out front in the 97.3, the Eagle Ride. Great battle right there for the second spot. 55, Mark Wirtz down on the inside of C.E. Falk as they battle it out for the second position. Danny Edwards right there in the fourth position. Then the 29, Casey Wyatt. Third spot now being held by C.E. Falk as Mark Wirtz gets by. Shane Lockhart in the 46, Brandon Godovic with a good battle right behind this big pack of racing cars. And up front, once again, C.E. Falk to the inside in the 40 car of Mark Wirtz. His Dunkin' Donuts 55 will fall back to third spot. Second, third, fourth, right there together. Gary Weeks in the 20 car down on the inside of Godovic in the 46. Brandon finished the race second the last time they raced out here. Greg Edwards pulls away by about 10 car lengths over C.E. Falk now, who's been able to get back by the 55 of Mark Wirtz. Then it's Danny Edwards. The backup 97.3, the Eagle car comes in. Just ran a few laps. Brandon Godovic trying to get on the inside of the 99 of Chris Hopkins. That is back for about 8th or 9th. Seven laps completed. Greg Edwards right there in the lead. Then you got C.E. Falk, Mark Wirtz, Danny Edwards, Casey Wyatt, the top five. In the 41, Wesley Falk. The 95, Shane Lockhart. Number 20, Gary Weeks. The 99, Chris Hopkins. 46, Brandon Godovic. He's still trying to get to the inside of Chris Hopkins' ride. And then you got the 10 of Jeff Shiflett. Dwayne Shreves in 38. 61, Kevin Cunningham. J.T. Jackson in 67. And the 90 being driven tonight in the first race by Sean Beluzzo. Rick Godovic having problems on the 64, unable to get qualified. Still trying to feel that car out, the Aquis Communications ride. Meanwhile, a great battle continues to brew between the 41 of Wesley Falk, the 95, Shane Lockhart, and the 20 of Gary Weeks. Great battle right now down the front straightaway. Once again, the 41 Wesley Falk won the first race of the season in car number 41. From Virginia Beach with Avalon Fishing Pier as a sponsor on that ride. The 95 Shane Lockhart closing in. He's got Williamsburg, Honda, and Hyundai on the side. And Gary Weeks in the 20 looking for sponsorship and running pretty good. Greg Edwards makes his way out of turn number 4. He leads the event over C.E. Falk by about 10 car lengths. Back end of C.E.'s car tends to kick out sideways at the exit of the turns. The Hampton Roads Toyota dealers. Number 40, He's got Carl's Racing Products, the big sponsor here at Langley Speedway for tonight. Acredale Vending, Von Zipper Sunglasses, Racing Electronics, and Clark's Automotive on the 40. Three-time champion, 3 years in a row for C.E. Falk, who's in second. Mark Wirtz has had some good runs. Last couple of times he's been out here this year. Mark Wirtz of Virginia Beach with Dunkin' Donuts, Superior Pond, Taylor Waste Disposal, Crossroads Fuel, the Bounce House, Bayport Credit Union on his Chevrolet. He is a 4-time Langley Speedway track champion, right there in third spot. 5-time champion Danny Edwards in 26. The Danny's Glass, number 26. He is in fourth, ahead of Casey Wyatt. Danny from Pocosin. He was the 1999 Atlantic Seaboard champion. "15 laps completed out of 50. The late model stock cars, the NASCAR Whelen All-American Series. Once again, a great battle between Wesley Falk, the 95 of Shane Lockhart, and the 20 of Gary Weeks. Lockhart's car looks like it's kicking sideways in the middle of the turns as the 20 dives down low. Gary Weeks will make the pass, or at least try to now, between turns 3 and 4. And that's for 7th, and he gets it. Greg Edwards being very careful around the lap traffic, closes up on the 64 of Rick Godovic, the Acura number 64. Still has about a 10-car length advantage over C.E. Falk. And no caution flag. 38 Dwayne Shreves to the inside of Jeff Shiflett, just outside the top 10. And that is for 11th. Brandon Godovic, he's moving up a little bit. Gets by Chris Hopkins, number 99. He's up to 9th position. 30 laps to go in this first late model stock car race. Everybody knows they got to keep their car in one piece to make it to the second race. So they do a little bit of tiptoeing for the first race. Mark Wirtz running very well up there in the third spot behind the 2 leaders. The 97.3, the Eagle Chevrolet of Greg Edwards, and the 40 of C.E. Falk. Greg qualified on the pole. Time was a 16.099. Their average speed in the race is about 84 to 85 miles an hour as an average speed. 97.3 the Eagle, Danny's Glass, CBX Modular Homes, Brower's Mechanical, Crossroads Fuel, NC Realty, RaceWrap.com on his Chevrolet. Greg Edwards, who leads this event. Works around the lap traffic, closes up on JT Jackson's number 67. Love that color on the 67. Nice looking ride. 61, also a lap down, Kevin Cunningham. They'll get the halfway sign the next time Greg comes by. He'll get that in his windshield, the cross flags from our flagman. Now Greg will see that he's halfway to victory. Great battle rages on back here with Wesley Falk, Gary Weeks, the 95, Shane Lockhart, and the 46, Brandon Godovic, who dives to the inside of that 95, trying to take that position away at the exit of turn 2. Brandon Godovic with a top 5 finish last week. And a spin right in front of these guys. Wesley Falk and the 20 of Gary Weeks. They spin around to bring out our first caution flag on lap 26. Wesley Falk and Gary Weeks, first caution flag happens on lap 26. A couple of cars doing a great job to avoid that too, as we were just talking about them. But Wesley Falk, who won the race last time the late models raced out at Langley, and the 41 and 20, the reason for the caution. We continue with our late model stock car race a little bit past halfway, although they go back to the last green flag completed lap, which will be lap 25. Brandon Godovic's cars come to a stop. They're trying to get everybody lined up in the correct order they should be in.
Better than the year before that, so we're getting closer. You know, I feel like we're getting closer. I don't really know what the what the measure stick is.
Turn 3, looking at the rear end on that car. Danny Edwards Jr. in the 26 is getting attention in that 26 car as well. It was Wesley Falk in the caution. The crew paying some special attention to the right rear of that 41, your most recent winner here in the Easy Auto and Newport News late model stock car division. But Brandon Godovic has stepped out of the car. He'll talk to his crew chief and see what's going on here. And they'll continue that conversation. We'll try to find out what's going on with Danny Edwards here in the 26 Chevy Monte Carlo. They want to look at that car in the 46 of Brandon Godovic. Again, Wesley Falk involved, 41. He's already seen the attention from his crew. And the hood now off of the 26 car here for Danny Edwards. So they're going to take a look at that. Danny's still strapped into the car. And the jack stands are going to come out. There's a problem with the 26.
He can race the second race.
We're hoping to get it fixed so we can get back out and not lose any laps. Of course, anything under 100, the caution flag laps do not count. Well, the light is out atop the Toyota Tundra Pace truck. We will be set to get back underway for 25 more laps. We'll see what kind of restart that Greg can get. Now the cone rule is coming to effect. Looks like the 95 Shane Lockhart's going to be on the outside of Greg. Chose to go to the outside. Anybody behind Greg can do that. So C.E. Falk could have done it, and so could have Mark Wirtz, but the inside lane is where you want to be on this flat racetrack. Gary Weeks goes to the outside, so does Wesley Falk, involved in that last caution along with the 20 of Gary Weeks. Back underway, the green flag is back out, and Greg gets a good start. CE dives underneath between turns 1 and 2. See what kind of grip Greg can get on the outside. CE on the inside, Greg on the outside. These two tangled the first late model stock car race we had. Greg falls back in line. He's in second. And a great battle back here for the third spot. Mark Wirtz on the inside of the 95 of Shane Lockhart. He'll take it away. Casey Wyatt also on the inside of Gary Weeks. The number 20 car. Here goes Greg, and he and the 40 tangle again a little bit of a nudge, and Greg is trying to get the lead back in the 97-3, the Eagle car. Pulls halfway ahead on the back straightaway, and he will take it. CE back to second. CE comes up, gives Greg a shot. Tries to get on the inside again. Great battling up front for the lead. CE again, trying to nose his way up next to the 97-3, the Eagle car of Greg Edwards. For the minute, he's back to second. Greg trying to pull away, but unable to escape. Now he's got it about a half a car length on CE, but CE again closes up on the back bumper at the exit of turn 2. Great racing up front. We knew it would be. These two got into it a couple of weeks ago in the 100-lap race. And here goes CE giving Greg a shot again as he went down into turn 1. Was all into the back end of the 97-3, the Eagle car. The Hampton Roads Toyota dealers, number 40 on the inside, CE Falk. Greg gives him plenty of room on the inside. CE scratching and gouging, doing all he can to get back up into the lead on Greg Edwards. 31 laps completed. They race side by side and door to door now between turns 3 and 4. CE pulls ahead just a little bit. Greg tucks back in line. Now looks on the inside of CE Falk. He's on the inside this time at the exit of 2. Greg Edwards again giving a little nudge to the 40 like he gave the 97, and they continue to battle and bang on each other. Again now between turns 1 and 2. Remember, this is only the first race they're going to race tonight. They're going to race 2. Doesn't look that way, does it? Here it goes again, a little nudge from Greg on the 40 of CE Falk. What a great race. Caution flag is out as we have a spin by Wesley Falk again. The 41 is spun right here between 3 and 4. Man, we had a great race shaping up between those two, and Greg and CE all over each other, racing for the lead of this race. What a great race, 34 laps into it.
Again, the rear end primarily is what we're being told on the 46 for Brandon Godovic. Looks like they got a serious problem there. They'll look at it, try to get it worked on before the second race. Man, this is wrapping up. You know, these two guys, Greg and CE, they're sitting there, and you know the guy in third place is sitting there watching it all as well. Of course, that's Mark Wirtz. Been a while since he's been to victory lane. He'll keep a close eye on these two guys and sit back and wait. There's Shane Lockhart and Casey White. It's going to round out to be an exciting 17 laps. Once again, here's Mike Allen.
All right, Chuck, excellent. We are getting ready to get back to the action. Those drivers that choose to go to the outside, we'll see what they can do and challenge those guys up there in the lead. Once again, Shane Lockhart, the 95. It's Dwayne Shreves, 38, chooses to use the cone and go to the outside, as does, it looks like, the 99. Chris Hopkins, also the 41, Wesley Falk, the reason for the last caution flag. 61, Kevin Cunningham rejoins the field. He's a lap or two down as we get set to go. Once again, back to green flag action at Langley Speedway. C.E. Falk and Greg Edwards. They escape the 95 of Shane Lockhart. Now Mark Wirtz to the inside of Lockhart for that third spot. Casey White on the inside of Dwayne Shreves. Then the 20 of Gary Weeks. Crash right here as the 20 and 38 slam on each other. The 41 of Wesley Falk, his car, the right side is up on the other car. Man, that was a big impact against the wall here on the front straightaway. 34 laps completed. Wesley Falk, our winner from 2 weeks ago, finds his car all over the side of the other one. Checking on the driver to make sure he's all right.
Checking on Wesley. Wesley moving in the truck, Mike, to 41. Getting on top of the 99, Chris Hopkins. You got Gordon Weeks up in the 20 car. It looked like something had broke on that, and then it was just everyone on top of everyone else. As the field went around, they'll line them back up, and we'll make sure that these drivers are okay as crew members are at their attention right now. Drivers will reinsert. I'm sure they'll look at what's going on here on the replay. Once again, Mike, we get more news, we'll pass it up. But the Wesley Falk car having some problems earlier, and that car definitely has some damage. There's Wesley getting out of the car. He appears to be okay. And Chris Hopkins in the 99 as well. They'll come up, shake each other's hands. Great sportsmanship. They know that something happened in the front that caused that melee. Mike?
All right, Chuck, thank you. Yeah, big crash right here on the front straightaway. It initially began with the 20 and the 38. That's, of course, Dwayne Shreves. And the 20 of Gary Weeks. Luckily, those two drivers right here, Chris Hopkins, and the 41 of Wesley Falk are okay. Wesley, the winner of the first race we had out here at Langley Speedway, came into tonight's first 50-lap race, leading the points over Brandon Godovic, Danny Edwards, C.E. Falk, and Casey Wyatt, Terry Carroll, Dwayne Shreves, Shane Lockhart, Greg Edwards. Shane Lockhart. He's from Chester, Virginia with Williamsburg Honda. 20 car Gary Weeks is about to come back out along with 38 of Dwayne Shreves involved in that last caution flag. Well, a very torn up race car, the 38 of Dwayne Shreves. You can see him in there driving, as a matter of fact. The sheet metal all off the side of that car. Can't even see a number on the left side. 1 lap to go. And Mark Wirtz is going to give it a try on the outside of C.E. Falk. He'll try the cone and see what he can do. Gary Weeks also in the 20. 33 laps into our first 50-lapper for the late model stock cars. This race to be followed by the SavitaPets.com U-Cars. We need all U-Car drivers ready to go immediately following victory lane for the late model stock cars. Pace truck driver Dave will take the truck down pit road, and here we go. C.E. Falk and Greg Edwards on the outside. It's Mark Wirtz and Gary Weeks in the 20. Back underway. C.E. Falk will lead Greg Edwards and Mark Wirtz. Greg takes over the second spot from Mark on the back straightaway, and here's a side-by-side battle for the fourth position. Gary Weeks on the outside of the 95 of Shane Lockhart as Greg Edwards closes in again on CE Falk. Right up behind the bumper, and now looking on the inside of the exit of turn 2. Greg Edwards trying to come up to the front and challenge again for the lead on CE Falk. Great race all night between these two. 15 laps to go. Casey Wyatt gets by the 20 of Gary Weeks. He takes over the 5th position. Now Jeff Shiflett right behind as he looks on the inside of the 20 of Gary Weeks in the 6th position. CE Falk now with about a car length and a half ahead of Greg Edwards. Same distance back to Mark Wirtz in 3rd. And the same distance back to the 95 of Shane Lockhart. Casey Wyatt is about 3 car lengths back in 5th. Same distance back to the 20, Gary Weeks. He's in 6th, being challenged once again by the 10 of Jeff Shiflett, looking on the inside of the exit of turn 2. Shiflett gets into the 20 a little bit as they challenge for that spot just outside the top 5. 12 laps to go. CE Falk now with about a 3 car length advantage over Greg Edwards. Wesley Falk brings his car back into the pits after he made a lap or 2. Still has a problem to fix in the 41 after his car got airborne and on the side of the 99 of Chris Hopkins. Shane Lockhart trying to chase down Mark Wirtz for that 3rd spot. He's right on the back bumper, looking on the inside between 3 and 4. Meanwhile, CE Falk continues to lead. 10 laps to go. And after 40 laps with 10 to go, it's CE Falk, Greg Edwards, Mark Wirtz, Shane Lockhart, Casey Wyatt at the top 5. Jeff Shiflett, Gary Weeks, Kevin Cunningham, Dwayne Shreves, JT Jackson in 10th. The 90 being driven now by Terry Carroll. Wesley Falk having his problems tonight. Other drivers with problems: Chris Hopkins, Rick Godovic, Danny Edwards, Brandon Godovic, Robbie Babb, and Terry Carroll. 8 laps to go. Greg Edwards digging all he can to try and catch up to CE Falk. The distance between 1st and 2nd, about 2.5 car lengths now between the 40 and the 97.3, the Eagle car of Greg Edwards. It's about 8 car lengths back to Mark Wirtz, then about 3 back to the 95 of Shane Lockhart. About 10 back to Casey Wyatt in 5th in car 29. Greg Edwards started the race up front, the 97.3, the Eagle car, and it was a big battle between himself and CE Falk, lap after lap. Right before that last caution flag came out, they were still continuing to battle right on each other and sharing a lot of paint tonight, the 40 and the 97. 5 laps, make it 4 laps to go this time for CE Falk. Carl's Racing Products night at the races at Langley Speedway. That is one of the sponsors on the side of the 40 for CE Falk. CE the champion from the last 3 years. His brother Wesley Falk came into tonight's race leading the points, but he's already had his problems. His car is behind the wall. And the other Falk, CE, who is 4th in points coming into tonight's event, looking for victory in 2 laps. Greg Edwards 3 car lengths behind in the 2nd spot. It's about 15 back to the 55 of Mark Wirtz and about 4 or 5 back to the 95 Shane Lockhart, about a full straightaway back to the 29 of Casey Wyatt, and the same distance back to the 10 of Jeff Shiflett. Last lap of the race, CE Falk looking for his first victory of 2012. Hard-fought battle between himself and Greg Edwards, but he's going to get the checkered flag. He will win the first race of his season at Langley Speedway. Greg Edwards 2nd, Mark Wirtz 3rd, Shane Lockhart 4th, and Casey Wyatt in the top 5. Jeff Shiflett, Gary Weeks, Kevin Cunningham, Dwayne Shreves, JT Jackson, And then you've got the 90 of Terry Carroll, Wesley Falk, Chris Hopkins, Rick Godovic, Danny Edwards, Brandon Godovic, Robbie Babb, and Terry Carroll. A lot of those drivers will try and get their cars repaired to get into the second Twin 50 at Langley Speedway. Top cars will go through inspection. They'll check them out. But C.E. Falk gets the victory at Langley Speedway for the first Twin 50. As CE makes his way to the Dale Lemons victory lane. Don't forget about the Big Belly's Barbecue and Catering Langley Speedway concession stands. Hamburgers, cheeseburgers, bologna burgers, chicken tenders and fries, Italian sausage, barbecue and slaw, the redneck fries, a basket of fries topped with barbecue and cheese. That's some good stuff. Crab cake sandwiches and fries, hot dogs and chili dogs, nachos and cheese.
And here's your winner. His first for 2012, C.E. Falk, right there. He'll get a cool, refreshing Aquafina water from Reverend Potter. Come on out here, man. I tell you what, we had a Falk win the first night. We had a Falk win the second night. Got another race to go, but you need to put it here. You guys, you and that 97 car have given each other a message. This is going to be a battle this year.
Yeah, it's pretty much two heavyweights. You know, it's going to be tough, but you know, we're going to give it all and just got to thank this whole 40 team. They gave me a great car. And how great is it we went on Carl's Racing Products tonight, carlsracing.com on the quarter panel, and, of course, Hampton Roads Toyota Dealers, Acredale Vending. Just can't say enough about the crew. We really worked hard to get here and try to put it back here for the second race.
You were better on the short timeouts and versus the long run. Do you make any adjustments on this car, this hot rod at the end?
Yeah, you know, we'll go to work. We'll check it out, you know, see where these Black Hoosiers aim up. But they had a great car, you know, long run, short run. It was awesome on restarts for sure, and I'm ready to go get another one.
Well, guess what? We've got Carl from Carl's Racing Products to present you with a winning trophy. And congratulations for the win tonight in the Easy Auto in Newport News.
All right, tighten up those belts. Let's get set to go for 50 laps of competition at Langley Speedway with C.E. Falk, who got his first win in the first Twin 50 tonight. He will be battling with Greg Edwards again for 50 laps. Mark Wirtz, Shane Lockhart, Casey Wyatt, Jeff Shiflett, Gary Weeks, Kevin Cunningham, Dwayne Shreves, J.T. Jackson, Rick Godovic, Terry Carroll, Chris Hopkins. The other drivers, Robbie Babb, Danny Edwards, and Wesley Falk. And here we go. They're about to drop the green flag at Langley Speedway, and here we go for 50 laps of competition. Greg Edwards on the high side, C.E. Falk down low as they get underway. Mark Wirtz now next to Greg Edwards for that second spot. Greg trying to catch up to C.E. Falk on the outside and battle for the lead. C.E. Falk leads the first lap over Greg Edwards and Mark Wirtz as they are nose to tail. Top three, then Casey Wyatt in fourth, Shane in the 95 in fifth, and then it's the number 10 of Jeff Shiflett, Gary Weeks in the 20, and side by side is Danny Edwards in the backup 97.3. The Eagle car goes to the inside of Dwayne Shreves, makes the pass. C.E. Falk pulls ahead about 2 car lengths ahead of Greg Edwards. About a half a car length back is the 55 of Mark Wirtz. Mark Wirtz trying to battle with Greg Edwards for that second spot. Looked on the inside at the exit of turn 2. Meanwhile, the 97.3, the Eagle car of Danny Edwards, the backup machine, looking pretty good. Also, Terry Carroll to the inside of Kevin Cunningham. The 90 passes the 61. Shane Lockhart dropping back. Casey Wyatt currently in fourth. Up front, nose to tail, it is C.E. Falk, Greg Edwards, and Mark Wirtz. Look at this battle between the 95 and 97. The backup 97, the red one. Danny Edwards makes the pass. That car is fast. Dwayne Shreves also making the move and gets past the 95 of Shane Lockhart. His car is not up to speed in this race. Whatever they did is not working on the 95. Danny likes this over their backup car, this 97.3, the Eagle, the red one, as he's now on the inside for fifth. Makes the pass on Jeff Shiflett, but Jeff comes back and tries to get underneath him. Can't make it happen, and now Danny Edwards in fifth. Leader of the race, the Hampton Roads Toyota Dealers Machine of C.E. Falk has won the championship 3 years in a row. Hampton Roads Toyota Dealers, Carl's Racing Products, Acredale Vending, Von Zipper Sunglasses, Racing Electronics, sponsoring the lead car, who's 2 car lengths ahead of the 97.3, the Eagle Machine of Greg Edwards of Percosin. He's got Danny's Glass, CBS Modular Homes, Browers Mechanical, Crossroads Fuel, NC Realty. In the 55, Dunkin' Donuts, Superior Pond, Taylor Waste, number 55, Mark Wirtz in third, right there on the back bumper of Greg for that position. 10 laps into it, 40 laps to go. C.E. Falk with about 3 car lengths ahead on Greg Edwards, then about a half a car length back to the 55 of Mark Wirtz. This car looks like it's getting a little wiggly, though, between the turns. Here goes a little slip up by the 38, Dwayne Shreves, as he's trying to get on the inside of Jeff Shiflett. Those two with a great battle. The 95, Shane Lockhart, watching these guys as he scoots underneath the 10 of Jeff Shiflett, and will follow the tire tracks of the 38 of Dwayne Shreves. That is a battle for 7th. Now it's 6th. Dwayne Shreves in 6th. Shane Lockhart 7th. Jeff Shiflett is in 8th. And Terry Carroll, Gary Weeks. C.E. Falk continues to lead. Greg Edwards, Mark Wirtz, Casey Wyatt. Casey again with another solid top 5 run going this race. Joe's Auto Parts, Signature Malts, Forever Green Lawn Care, Vinny's Pizza and Pasta. He's got While You're Out Cleaning Service, Wyatt Homes, Data Graphics. Greg Edwards trying to hold off the challenge of Mark Wirtz for that 2nd spot. He's a car length ahead of Mark Wirtz. Nose to tail it is once again C.E. Falk, Greg Edwards, and Mark Wirtz. Then about a full straightaway back to the 29 of Casey Wyatt, followed very closely by Danny Edwards in the backup 97. Danny Edwards closes up to the back bumper on Casey Wyatt. Casey a little loose at the exit of turn 4 that time. Now between turns 1 and 2. Danny Edwards all over the inside of Casey, trying to look and make the pass on Casey for the 4th position. That backup 97 car, very fast. Greg might want to jump in that thing and give that thing a ride next time. Danny Edwards. I'll tell you, Greg and Danny doing Eagle 97 very proud tonight, because they're both up there in the top 5. Just so happens the 26 of Danny's car went away and was unable to get it repaired before the 2nd race, so he's using his brother's backup 97 car, and it's running very fast. Now Greg closes in on the back end of the 40 of C.E. Falk for the lead. They go around the 67 of J.T. Jackson. Greg trying to reel him in, and does. He's about a half a car length now, inching up to the back bumper on C.E. Falk for the lead. Closes in on that Hampton Roads Toyota. A miracle of Greg Edwards. Mark Wirtz is there in the 55 Dunkin' Donuts car too. About 2 car lengths back, he watches these two go at it, knowing if they get together, he's got a great chance to win. Danny Edwards, the other 97 in 4th. Casey Wyatt in 5th in car 29. Shane Lockhart, the 95 in 6th. 7th, Dwayne Shreves. 8th, Terry Carroll. Jeff Shiflett 9th, and Gary Weeks in 10th. Then Kevin Cunningham, Rick Kadovic, Chris Hopkins. Kevin Cunningham falling back a little bit. 22 laps, 3 away from halfway. Greg Edwards and Mark Wirtz staying right with C.E. Falk, about a car length to a car length and a half back. Mark Wirtz again inches up on the back end of that 97 car of Greg Edwards, the one that's in 2nd. The other one that's in 4th, Danny Edwards. And again, Mark Wirtz doing all he can to catch up to Greg Edwards. And these cars are very close in speed and also in talent. You got some of the best up there, C.E. Falk and Greg Edwards and Mark Wirtz. Full straightaway back to Danny Edwards in the backup 97. Then the 29, Casey Wyatt, about 10 to 15 car lengths back in 5th. Gary Weeks gets by the 64 for 10th. 61 falling back a little bit, Kevin Cunningham, as the leaders are about to go by on the outside at the exit of turn 4. 20 of Gary Weeks and Rick Kadovic in the 64 with a good battle between themselves, just ahead of the leader of the race, also the 99, Chris Hopkins. C.E. Falk is going to be closing in on some traffic. This might allow Greg and Mark to get right on the back bumper of the CE number 40 and give a challenge as they race side by side just ahead. Gary Weeks gives way to the leaders. C.E. Falk with about 4 car lengths on Greg back for the second spot. Then Mark Wirtz all over the back end of Greg as he challenges for that second spot. Leader of the race once again, C.E. Falk. 20 laps to go. C.E. working the lap traffic, goes to the outside of Chris Hopkins, 99. He's in 11th and a lap down. Now Greg. And now Mark both get by. Mark Wirtz from the bumper to the back end of the 97 car, letting you know he wants to make the move, and he might be a little bit faster than Greg. Mark Wirtz definitely up on the wheel in this race. 18 laps to go. Great race for the second spot between Greg Edwards, the 97-3, the Eagle car, and the 55 Dunkin' Donuts ride of Mark Wirtz. Mark tries to get on the inside of Greg, almost there. Maybe a little nudge that time in between 3 and 4. Now he's halfway up next to Greg for the second spot. And Mark Wirtz setting sail. He takes over second from Greg Edwards. A lot of traffic just ahead. Jeff Shiflett and Rick Kadovic just ahead of the leader of the race, C.E. Falk. Slowing up his progress quite a bit. He looks on the inside of Jeff Shiflett and makes the move and makes the pass. Now Mark Wirtz trying to reel in the leader of the race. Mark with a very fast car tonight. Closes up on Jeff Shiflett, who's right in front of him, but a lap down. Shiflett gives room on the inside as Wirtz goes by. And now the 97-3, the Eagle car, Greg Edwards makes the pass on Jeff Shiflett. 1, 2, and 3, C.E. Falk, Mark Wirtz, and Greg Edwards. Danny Edwards, he's in 4th. Casey Wyatt in 5th. Shane Lockhart 6th. Terry Carroll is 7th. Dwayne Shreves 8th. Rick Kadovic is 9th. Then Jeff Shiflett, Chris Hopkins, Gary Weeks, Kevin Cunningham, J.T. Jackson, and Wesley Falk out of the race. Does Mark Wirtz have enough time to catch C.E. Falk in the 40 machine? He is definitely closing in once he was able to get past Greg Edwards. C.E. Falk setting a very fast pace. He might have used up some of his tires. Now Mark Wirtz trying to see if he can challenge C.E. Falk with just about 10 laps to go this next time by. Looks like Mark is closing in. About 2.5 car lengths now in the back end of the 40 of C.E. Falk, with J.T. Jackson just ahead. A lap or 2 down. C.E. goes to the outside of J.T. Jackson. Mark Wirtz also able to make the pass smoothly in between 1 and 2. Nine laps to go. C.E. Falk of Virginia Beach, Hampton Roads Toyota, Carl's Racing Products, and Acredale Vending, a few of the sponsors on that ride up front. 3 championships the last 3 years for C.E. Falk. His brother won the first race of the season 2 weeks ago. He comes back and wins the first race of tonight after a hard-fought battle with Greg Edwards. Now Greg finds himself third in this race. Mark Wirtz having an outstanding run again tonight in the second spot, closing in on C.E. Falk, but I don't know if he has enough time. Dwayne Shreves just ahead with the leader in his rear view, C.E. Falk. That is 8th position he's about to pass. It's on the inside of Dwayne Shreves. Mark doing all he can to catch the 40 machine. He knows the win is just a few feet away. Halfway up. About a car length separate 1 and 2. C.E. Falk now with a mirror full of Mark Wirtz in the 55 machine as the laps wind down. 4 laps, and who's it going to be? C.E. again has pulled away about 2.5 car lengths over Mark Wirtz once he got past that lap traffic. Greg Edwards back about a half a straightaway now in the 97.3, the Eagle car. The Dunkin' Donuts ride in 55, Mark Wirtz second. 2 laps to go this next time by. The 10 car with a good battle. There is Jeff Shiflett. That is the 9, Chris Hopkins. They battle for 10th. Casey Wyatt just behind these guys. Casey currently in 5th. Shane Lockhart, the 95 in 6th. White flag in the windshield of C.E. Falk. He's got 1 lap to go. And some heavy traffic just ahead. Terry Carroll and J.T. Jackson. I don't think Mark Wirtz is going to be able to mount the challenge he wanted to, but the checkered flag is out. Second time in 2012, C.E. Falk wins over Mark Wirtz. Greg Edwards comes home third. The other 97 machine, Danny Edwards in 4th, Casey Wyatt in 5th in car 29. So a couple of wrecks in the first race tore up some good race cars, and we had not as good of a battle that we had in the first race, but still an awesome time for the 40 of C.E. Falk and the Carl's Racing Products machine. Hampton Roads Toyota dealers on the hood, and he's got the checkered flag hanging out of his driver's side window. Second win for 2012 for C.E. Falk. Mark Wirtz with an outstanding job tonight in the 55. Greg Edwards again with a top 3 finish. Danny Edwards 4th. Casey Wyatt 5th in the second race. Let's take you down track side. Chuck Hall, he awaits for the second time for C.E. Falk.
A lot of success here tonight. C.E. Falk, ladies and gentlemen, car number 40. He will hold off 55, Mark Wirtz, and bring home win number 2 in 2012 here at Langley Speedway. And he'll give a little water salute there to sponsors. See, I'm not allowed to do that to my sponsors.
Part of the program, they sign up for that. It's in the contract.
Well, whatever you did between that break, it worked for you. You were able to hold off 97. 3, Greg Edwards, and then Mark Wirtz tried to put a little heat on it there as well toward the end.
Yeah, that was it was a tough Twin 50 tonight. Mark, he had a heck of a race, and so congratulations to him. I know he's been working hard, and he's been really going after it here, and he's been here a long time. But yeah, he made it tough for us at the end. We just we used every inch of Hoosier we had. Just got to thank Hampton Roads Toyota dealers, Carl's Racing Products, Call Race at Night. It's amazing. I'm waiting for this guy getting on here. Edgardell Vennon, CBH Plus, Hayworth Racing Brakes, West Page Shocks, Clark's Automotive, Bobby Creech, and my whole team, Sammy, Randy, Cody, Jeremy, my mom and dad for letting me have all this fun, and thank you to all the fans, and that was straight 50.
Let me tell you, let's jump ahead a few days from now. You won the Denny Hamlin Showdown. You beat Denny Hamlin and Kurt Busch and Tony Stewart on the racetrack. That's coming up in a few short days for you. What are you thinking about that?
Momentum now. It's all here, and it's all with the 40 car, and we got Carl's Racing Products blasted all over that thing, so hopefully we make it look good for Speed Vision next week, and tune in Thursday night. Hopefully we'll put in Victory Lane at RIR.
C.E. Falk wins number 2 here in 2012, all in one night, and it's Carl's Racing Products night. Man, you sure are sweating a lot, Carl.
If he can drive like that every time he can throw all the water on me, he wants to.
We'll talk to Danny and Carl here in just a moment. Your winner, ladies and gentlemen, car number 40, C.E. Falk, right there in victory lane.